It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Robert Woods. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Titans and the Cowboys under the lights on Thursday night.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from the challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Ready to rock and roll. Here's Jonathan Garibay. And off we go from Nashville. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. A check down here to Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And able to get this to the 31. And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 92 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Yeah, 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. To throw is Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL, because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Now Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Tannehill toward the pylon, caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Point after that, good. It's the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So the Titans are forced to punt as Brett Kern is on to do the honors. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is... And continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the 27, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Running with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing. Prescott. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on it. Remember, that coach, former defender in this league, he loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they use that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Lambeau is good. Still early, even for so able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Fielded right around the 8. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December.
There's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he will have a Cowboys first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Prescott off play action. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes. And it's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 yards for number 11.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Throwing on third down. Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Tennessee offense set to go again. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Yeah, this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second down and 5. Tannehill. Caught by Woods. Down inside the 10. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Gallimore. These guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the scout troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Prescott now from the 50. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, it's that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw again on second down. Tannehill, a check down here to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Again, it's Jones. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. On second down, here's a run from Haskins. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Hassan Haskins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after by Lambo. And they make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit send this one away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Garibay on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Second down, another shot for Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go again to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Titans on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. An inside give to Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Running right, Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Tannehill on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They go back to the ground with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run here with Haskins. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Hassan Haskins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point tacked on by Rondo. And make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Prescott's throw taken in by Edwards. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. On first and 10, Prescott. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Prescott on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. From the 21, it's second and 10. Now Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Prescott yet again. Open man is Gordon, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now Elliott. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. This Titan defense, they just will not give it. And this time he is in. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This drive starts with a Haskins carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Second down, and they go back to Haskins. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Haskins trying to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, able to avoid him. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because it just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Tennessee, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.